I wear Indian clothes. I wear saris, or I wear the shalwar kameez, which are the long dresses that come to your knees with the splits up, and the trousers and the scarf. So I try not to stand out from the norm of the women that they are around. A lot of the women in the slum are Muslim women, and they tend to wear the black burqa thing. Mm-hmm. So of course, inevitably, you stand out because you don't wear those. But nonetheless, men, sometimes they can just look and stare because sometimes they may never have seen a Western person. So sometimes it's just curiosity. Sometimes it's just because they're just trying to make sense of it. But they're all curious as to where you come from, why you're here, what you're doing. They're fascinated by, by me and Freya particularly. I can only speak for us too. And they are all very interested. They want to know about our families. No one's ever asked me yet, which usually when you're on holiday they all ask you, do you know the Queen? But no one actually in the city's ever asked me that. But they want to know about my life, and they want to know, because we speak English, it took me a while to realise that they actually didn't always think I was English. Because a lot of Westerners speak English because the Indians speak English. So you could be German or French or Swiss or anything, but still speak English. So they would always ask me where I came from. And I thought that was a very strange question to begin with. But actually that's why I realised that's what it was. They wanted to know whether I came from Europe, and which part, or was I American, was I South African, was I Australian? Because to them, my accent meant nothing. All that they heard were English words. So, their curiosity was immense. And it still is, when you meet someone new, they want to know where you're coming from, why you're there. And when you tell them what you're doing, if they're people from the slum community, they know about Bhumi. Or if they don't know about Bhumi, which is also possible because there are so many people, I tell them what we're doing. And then they might come and see what we're doing. I invite them to come, and they come and look at the centre, and they might bring their children. And sometimes then they use the centre because, they didn't know it was there. Because we haven't reached everybody yet. And also because it's a migrant community, people come and go. And they go to their villages, and they might go for 3 months. And then come back, and somebody might come and stay in their house for the 3 months they're not there. So you get this very great movement in the people in the community. They do. I've been to people's homes where they've invited me to lunch, and they are families who have no money. But they invite you, and they welcome you, and they treat you, as an honoured guest. They're just interested in finding out about my life. They're finding out why I'm there, what am I doing there. There's also a certain prestige in having a Western person as a friend. But that's not the reason at least 95% of the time. They're just interested, and they like finding out about different people, and they want to know about my children, about my grandchildren, what my life is like in London. Do I have a house? Do I live with my parents? Because their way of life is very different, and they know that not everybody lives like that, but they don't necessarily know anybody who doesn't live like that. The schools programme has just been started again, replicated. I mean, it's huge, and everywhere you look, we could start something new. I mean, we'd like to do something with street children, because no one's ever explained to them that is the cause of many diseases.